Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ageng Miftahulloh, and today I will explain about the concept and nature of language. So, uh, for the objective in my presentation is first one is to explain the definition of language from its various perspectives, showing that it's more than just words. For the second, to identify the essential characteristic and basic concept of that makes language unique, and third, to understand the natural features of language, how it's both innate and learned, and how it reflects human cognition and society. By the end of this presentation, I hope you will have a deeper appreciation for how complex and powerful language truly is. And for the next is let's start with basic question. What is language? Language is a system of communication that can be spoken, written, or signed. It allows us to express our thoughts, emotion, and ideas. It's not limited to one form. Some people communicate through sign language while others use spoken or written symbols. What important is that language is used in all aspects of human life, from daily conversation to academic discourse to cultural tradition. Okay, so for the next one is definition of language. For the first one is linguistic. This is several ways, yeah, to define language depending to uh, on which perspective we take. So for the first one, there is a linguistic. Language is a system of arbitrary symbols, meaning that the words we use have no natural connection to their meaning. These symbols are governed by a set of rules called grammar. From a social perspective, language is more than just communication. It's a tool for social interaction and cultural expression. It helps us from relationship, past tradition, and create social bonds. From a cognitive perspective, language is a tool that helps us organize our thought and structure our knowledge. Without language, without language, without language, complex thinking and problem solving would be much more difficult. Now let's say deeper into the concept of language. There are several important features that define how language works. For the first one is symbolic. Words don't have meaning in themselves. We assign meaning to them as a society. For example, like the word tree is just a symbol for the real object. For the second is structured language follow rules such as grammar and syntax that determine how words can be arranged to create meaning. For the third is arbitrary, there is no natural reason why a table is called table. Different languages have different words for the same object. For the fourth, productive, language allow us to create and understand an infinite numbers of sentences, even ones we've never heard before. And for the last one is cultural. Language reflects the culture of its speakers. It encodes values, norms, and perspective unique to that society. For the next one is nature of language. For the first one is both innate and learned. Humans are born with the capacity to learn language, but we still need to be exposed to it in our environment. For the second one, is language is dynamic, meaning it evolves over time. New words are added, meanings shift, and grammar rules can change. For the last one, is language is contextual. The meaning of what we say often depends on the situation, tone, and social context. And finally, language is both universal and diverse. Every human culture has language, but no two languages are exactly the same. This shows the balance between our shared human nature and our cultural diversity. And we move to function of language. For the first one is, of course, communication. This is the most obvious function, sharing ideas, giving information, and asking questions. For the second one is expressive language, help us express our feelings, identity, and personality. And for the third, directive, we use language to give a comment, make requests, or influence other behavior. For the fourth, fatigue, these are the small social interaction like greetings or small talk that help maintain relationship. For the last one is metalinguistic. This is when we use language to talk about language itself. For example, asking, what does that word mean? Okay, so for the next one is human versus animal communication. Humans are not the only species that communicate. Animals do too, but human language is unique in several ways. Uh, for the first one is symbolic. Humans use symbol to represent ideas, something most animal systems cannot do. For the second one is productivity. Humans can create an unlimited number of new messages. Animal communication is usually fixed and repetitive. And for the third, displacement, humans can talk about things that are not present, like past or the future. Animals usually communicate about what's happening now. And for the fourth, learnability, human language is learned, not just instinctive. We can learn multiple languages in when we want and adapt. Okay, so to conclude, language is one of the defining features of human life. It's not just a tool for taking, it's a tool for thinking, connecting, and expressing who we are. We've seen how language is symbolic, structured, arbitrary, and productive. We also look at how it's learned, how it evolves, and how it reflects both our mind and our culture. Understanding language is essential for anyone studying communication, education, linguistics, or human behavior because language is at the center of it all. Okay, so maybe that's all the material can I say today, and sorry if I have a mistake. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.